Coming soon, Islam, I'm coming for your neck. But right now, I'm going to get on my people. You Israelites who believe the day starts when the sun goes down, it's time to pay the piper. Now, you got that wickedness either from Esau, the heathen. You thinking that's deep, but that ain't nothing but wickedness and going against the Almighty, and they're going to do nothing but destroy our nation. In fact, it says that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, where it reads, I'm going to start at chapter 31. Verse 35, where it says, Thus saith Yahweh, which giveth a sun for a light by day, and the ordinance of the moon and the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. Yahweh of hosts is his name. If those ordinances, mean the day and night, depart from before me, saith Yahweh, then the seed of Israel shall the seed of Israel shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So right here in Jeremiah 31 and 35, it says that if the ordinance of the day and night cease from being before him, then the seed of Israel will cease from being a nation before him forever. And who's trying to do that? You wicked man who want to make the day starts when the sun goes down. Let's get to business. It also say the same thing in the book of Jeremiah 33. I will start at verse 25, where it says, Thus saith Yahweh, if my covenant be not with day and night, and if I have not appointed the ordinance of the heaven and earth, then I will cast away the seed of Jacob and David my servant, so that I will not take any of the seeds to be rulers over the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, for I'll cause their captivity to return and have mercy on them. So right there it's telling you the day and night is a very important thing. So don't act like it's not important. Wicked man who want to start the Sabbath day on Friday when the sun goes down. What kind of... But let me continue. Actually, we could start in the book of Genesis. But let me ask you a question, though. The day starts at evening when the sun is going down. Then when does the night start? And please use scripture. Because it really, really to any average Joe on the streets, you guys sound like idiots to say the day starts when the sun goes down. But we can continue on. Where it says, was the sun made to rule over the day? Or where was it made to rule over the night? Now in Genesis chapter 1, we can read. Now, Genesis 1, it says, And Elohim said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. So the day from the night was divided. So when did you put them back together? When did the day start? But let me keep reading. And let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and for years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And Elohim made two great lights. The greater light to rule the day, which is the sun to rule the day. And the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. So he made the sun to rule the day. So how is the sun ruling the day when you start the day when the sun is going down? I hope you're not being rebellious and some of this is sinking in, because it's really idiocy. But to continue on with this, we can always go to the book of Psalms chapter 136. Psalms 136, where it says, at verse 7, To him that made great lights, for his mercy endures forever. The sun to rule by day, for his mercy endureth forever, and the moon and stars to rule by night. And the first thing that people say is, evening and morning were the first day in the beginning of Genesis. Evening and morning are 2 day periods. Evening is the end of the day, and morning is the beginning of the day. Now, it doesn't say from evening to morning is the first day, because that's only from evening to morning is only the nighttime. It's from evening when the sun goes down to morning when the sun comes up. That's the nighttime. It can't be saying that's a day. And why are you trying to use this scripture from evening to morning, and you believe from evening to the next evening is a day? So this scripture wouldn't even validate your false belief. So please don't hit me with that evening from to morning crap, because I don't want to hear it. Thank you. But where I want to go now is in the book of Exodus, chapter 16. We want to further reiterate this. Like I said, I got a lot of scriptures to go through to prove how false worshiping the Sabbath when the sun goes down is. But Exodus 16, and we can start at verse 22, where it says, "And it came to pass that on the 6th day, which is this Friday, they gathered twice as much bread, two omers for one man. All the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses. And he said to them, This is that which Yahweh hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh. Bake that which ye will bake today, and seize that which ye will seize. That which remain over, lay it up for you to be kept until the morning." Okay, they want to keep it until the morning. Okay, after the 6th day, what happened in the morning? They laid it up to the morning, as Moses bade, and it did not stink, neither was there any worm therein. And Moses said, "Eat that today, for today is the Sabbath of Yahweh." So he said, wait until the morning to eat it. He said, leave it up to the morning. And then when he left it to the morning, it was a day. And that's what Moses said. Eat that today, for the day is the Sabbath of Yahweh. Today you shall not find it in the field. So right here, this is the holy Sabbath, is in the day when the morning time came. So according to Exodus 16 and 22 to 25, what is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahweh? When does it begin? In the night, in the evening, or in the morning? To keep it moving, in Genesis 8 and 22, what does it say? Genesis 8 and 22 says something. It says, and it has two totally opposite things going on. It says, while the earth remaineth seed time and harvest, two different things. Cold and heat, two different things. Summer and winter, two different things. And day and night shall not cease. Two different things. The nighttime is when the sun is out. Now, I'm sure you have certain scriptures, like you'll go to the Day of Atonement. But the Sabbath means rest. That's why when you go to the book of Leviticus 25, it talks about a year Sabbath. That means you let the whole field rest for a year. Sabbath only means rest. Sabbath does not mean the day. So don't go to the Day of Atonement to try to prove when the day starts. I don't want to hear it. But also, I want to ask you a question. According to the words of the Most High, what is the difference between day and night? Can you please use scripture? See, the thing I'm trying to prove is that the day starts when the sun rises, like the Almighty been said in many of his scriptures. In fact, in the book of Malachi, chapter 11, he tells you when to worship him. Go to Malachi 11. And it takes me a little while to get my turn on. Malachi 1 and 11 says, "From the rising of the sun even to the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles. And in every place that shall burn incense and offer to my name." He said from the rising of the sun to the going down of the same. And that's when the day starts. That's when he said his name will be great. From the rising of the sun. He also said the same thing in the book of Psalms, chapter 50. I'm going to end this off. Psalms 50. "The mighty Elohim, even Yahweh, have spoken and have called the earth from the rising of the sun to the going down thereof." So this is only part 1. I'm going to hit y'all with at least 3 parts. Just to show y'all the day and night, that the day starts when the sun comes up. And the Sabbath day starts when the sun comes up, not when the sun comes down on Friday evening. Praise Yah.